Hey there, welcome to another Planet Crafter live stream. So, if you have seen yesterday's episode, we are at the point where we're eternally producing pulsars. Hopefully I can show that and I don't have to swallow my words here. So it took us a couple of days of increasing production all across the board. But here we go. It should be, let me actually reset that spitting thing here. It should be producing these non-stop. It can be tricky because sometimes you have a lot of stock of supply of the raw materials, and at that moment it will produce forever until the supply is done, and you think it kind of can trick you into believing that you are producing non-stop. But we have kept an eye on this, and it's kind of consistent. So osmium, uranium, iridium and zeolite are kind of staying consistent there. And then we also have methane, and we put a lot of methane gas extractors down, and that is doing just fine. So I do really think that we are kind of at a point where we're producing pulses eternally, non-stop, as long as we have the storage and the drones to haul all the goods and the materials. So we're producing fusion energy cells, which we're selling. That is dependent on some other materials that we are not able to completely provide at the moment. So we're boosting that production up. So let's have a look. Because for each fusion energy cell it requires 3 pulsars, 2 osmium and an obsidian. So the thing is, osmium is being used by both of them. So I might actually boost that production a little bit more. Give me 1 second, let me quickly adjust the volume here. Okay, a little bit softer, I think it was really loud there. Alright, that should be better. Yeah, okay. So let's go to the ground floor and let's check on our drones to see how much or how many are idle, if there are any idle. Because yesterday we also ran into this mystery with the storage box at the uranium mine. I visited it a few times, and it's obvious that something is amiss there, something is glitching there, and maybe resetting or restarting the game to fix that, I don't know, but I just want to make sure that we first look to see if any drones are idle, and right now nothing is idle, so it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult then to pinpoint what the issue is, but I'm gonna go there over there either way. The reason being is that we have priority 5 set up there, so the drones should absolutely pick that up with top priority. But yesterday they didn't pick it up at all. Even when the drones were idle, they just would not touch that storage locker. Even when there was uranium storage available in the storage boxes here, they just would not go over there. So I'm gonna check it again. Maybe restarting the game, reset that, and everything's working just fine now, but we'll have to wait and see. It was definitely a mystery, so because you could actually drill for uranium on top of that uranium cave, and I wonder if that triggered that whole glitch, because I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that, but we tested it and it works. So we had about 6 drills standing here where you see the storage box here, so you can actually drill here for uranium. The problem with that was that also those ore extractors, when they were filling up with the uranium, the drones would hardly ever touch them. So let's see how this goes. There's actually a drone here, look at this. So this is really nice. I put it at priority -1. I yesterday had it at 5, and I can increase it to 5. Because right now it looks like the drones are seeing these items. It's not the first time that we encountered a little glitch in the game, because yesterday I had this at priority 5 the whole time, and this just wasn't touched at all, even when the drones were idle. We had another glitch a couple of episodes ago with the shredder, where it refused to pick up the items to put in the shredder with the drones. And when we reset the shredder by literally reallocating the resources that we were demanding at the shredder. The same resources as before, we just deleted it and put it back in there. It all started working just fine. So, but let's be reasonable. I don't think there's any game that is perfect. There's always something wrong with it. So, it's not really too upsetting or anything. Okay, let's go back home. So after the mega construction, I'll actually, let me fly over there, because otherwise I'm gonna look at it and fall in the water like usual. So after the mega construction of our base, which we named the Tower of Babel, based on the viewers' feedback, and this was all done normal mode, not creator mode. We had to get all these resources and raw materials. We decided to start actually beautifying the area. I want to bring some more here because this looks kind of empty, kind of cold. So we're going to expand on this, put very likely a farming area there. It's unfortunate we cannot put the frogs here, or the butterflies, or the bees. You can only place them on solid ground. It's kind of a shame. But yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done. We have 18,000 credits. I kind of have to see what we're going to do. I probably will... Actually, let me place that order right now. I'll probably place some more production in the osmium mine. Or at least get 2 optimizers fully stacked with fuses there. So let me order some production fuses. So, okay. And I can double check the osmium mine. I'm not sure if I have 16 ore extractors there. Because I don't want to just put 8 down. We need more than that to keep that pulsar production going. So I'm actually going to double check here. Alright, so let's stand on top of here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are all affected by this one, if I'm not mistaken. This one should not be touching those in the back, hopefully. No, it touches really the ones on the left-hand side, so that is absolutely perfect. And we should have an ore extractor somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken. I can double check that quickly by looking at the box. 43 seconds, so this is affected by an ore extractor, but... Oh, there it is, okay. Well, it's... I don't think it's 8 though, right? We counted 7 on that side. So these are all affected by that one. Then we have... Let me double check this. Okay, so it stops right here, which is what we wanted. Oh, hey, see. No, I was actually including my loyal viewers. You know, they're part of the process here. But I can just say I the whole time if you want me to. All right, get some coffee. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can put one more ore extractor down. And let's make sure that this is all set up properly. There should be no... Okay. Oh, look at that. So we might want to put some more drones down, though. Yeah, I think we probably want to put some more drones down. So one more extractor. And some drones. Okay, let me think here again. This storage will all be arranged when the Tower of Babel is kind of complete and the rooms have been allocated. Okay, what is it? Explosive powder and super alloy, I think. Okay, let's keep an eye on this because Yeah, osmium is you can see it's doing fine. We kind of looked at that. Uranium is doing fine. Iridium is kind of filling up. Zeolite is doing fine, and methane should be doing fine. Yeah, okay, so I think we're simply producing the pulses non-stop now at this point. So that mission has been accomplished. Yeah, okay. I almost forgot what I was doing, but I think this is what we need for the drone. I can actually... Do I have an auto crafter down here? No. I was gonna double check. Alright. 145 drones, they're all busy. So I'm gonna move these over to our base. I think it's gonna look a little bit more beautiful than this. Also very likely actually the drone station, now that I think about it, because it's quite a disaster this way. Okay. Yeah, I don't expect this to connect properly, but okay, is that far enough? Yeah, that's probably fine enough. Or far enough. Snapping is interesting in this game. Okay, that's better. Okay, it snaps all over the place. Come on. Yeah, this should be fine. We're not gonna build any farms on here, so I can actually make that see-through. So once you make it see-through, you cannot place a farm on it anymore, as far as I know. Or lights for that matter. Okay, so what's needed for the drone station? Alright. Oh, actually a fusion energy cell. Oop, just in time. Okay. Of course, it's not completely in the middle here, but all right. Yeah, they're all busy, so I guess it's a good thing in a way. Actually, my shredder is on the bottom floor in the kitchen. I should have remembered that. Okay, let's see what this looks like. All right. Almost made a mistake again. All right. We need a little bit more structures around it. You watch a video about the differences between the United States and Europe with regards to beliefs? What kind of beliefs? Conspiracy theories or... hold on. We need... and titanium. Oh, okay. So kind of quote-unquote stereotypes that what we think about the Americans and what we think about the Europeans, and all the stereotypes attached to that. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't want to make this too wide though. This snapping is, it's definitely, look at the word snap. I don't understand this, but okay, let's go. Okay, I put that somewhere down there, but Alright. I think I hear some idle drones. Alright, so we have some idle drones. So this is not too bad really to keep it like this, I think. I have to put one there. Okay. Then we'll take these away. Yeah, because that's a problem. The ground level is not snapped to this whole building. Because otherwise it would go underwater or be way above water, which I really don't like. Because right now you have this, it's just above water, so it kind of looks like at the water level, the water line. Because if I would attach it to this, it would be too high, because there's, you don't see it, but there's a gap here between these two. It's just, I don't know, I don't think it would look nice. Because it would be too high lifted and then it's not at the water line anymore. But yeah, it's not in the middle. That is slightly irritating. It is very annoying though. It's very annoying that it's not in the middle. Nah, I'm not going to change it. I would prefer for it to be at the water level, and it's really difficult to align this without snapping, and then it would be lifted, and yeah, it's just, it's not great. Alright, so we have to leave it like this, which is really not perfect. I can actually see if I can show that, if I have enough room in my bags. And now of course it's going to be very difficult to snap to that thing. So now I'm not going to do it. Alright. So we have the drones here. I'm going to put the farm somewhere over there, I think. So I'll move the algae generators, but let's see how this lines up. Slightly. So kind of use this one, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes between the continents. I personally think a lot of it is true, actually, to be honest. The way Americans think about Europeans, and the way the Europeans think about Americans, having lived on both continents for quite a while. You know, there's a lot, you know, about Granny going to the fast food, the drive-thru with a 6-liter engine, things like that. You see that quite often here. The healthcare in Europe, that is kind of like, it depends on where you are in Europe, I think, the level of healthcare. Some European countries are not as well off as the other countries, so it kind of depends. But yeah, if you go to the Nordic countries in North Europe, then they usually have really good healthcare provisions. And also the thing is that everybody has healthcare. It's kind of mandatory before the United States started doing that. That was normal in Europe. Everybody had healthcare. And honestly, it was more affordable too, to be honest. Unless you have a decent job in the United States, it's going to be tough to have really good healthcare. And even with a decent job, you pay a lot into your from your paycheck into healthcare. And the levels in for example, in Holland and Belgium, you had really good healthcare, and yeah, you paid a lot less, to be honest. And everybody had healthcare, depending on the job, and depending, unemployed even had healthcare. We even have healthcare for the sex workers in the red light district, and I'm sure that probably popped up in your video. That in Holland, you have healthcare and insurance for sex workers in the red light district. And a lot of comedians, wasn't it? Was it Jim Jeffries or Trevor Noah who made the joke about in Holland you can just order a beer. You walk in the street with a glass of beer or something like that. That they serve you beer in glasses, which in which in the United States and in any kind of public place that is not going to be happening. That serving beer to begin with in public place, but. Yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes. Okay. So we're gonna make the farms here. I don't want to go overboard with the farms, to be honest. I just really don't see the purpose. I don't need 600 farms. I just don't see the purpose at all. So we're gonna make a little farming area. It's our way of giving back to nature in this place, because we... Yeah, well... we kind of made it a mess, didn't we? Fossil fuels going on, a lot of metals all over the place. So this is our way of giving back. Okay. One of the things is that if you have been in the United States and you, for example, go on the European highways, especially, well, German is of course notorious for the high speed. That's probably one of those other stereotypes. They race like crazy. I'm not sure if I think they have now a maximum speed limit. When I was there, that wasn't really the case. That speed limit was pretty high. But for example, if you would take a European car, the way they are manufactured in Europe, what the European people drive in, the small cars, because there's a reason why they drive small cars, because for example in Holland, if you drive a big car, you're gonna have a hard time finding parking spots, especially in the cities. So that's why a lot of people drive smaller cars with smaller engines. The problem is, if you would take these cars and you would drive on the United States highways and you would visit family that is like one state away, the sound, the noise that these cars would make for long distance traveling, it's just gonna make you deaf. It's absolutely mind-blowing. The moment you step into your European car that is literally manufactured in Europe or manufactured for the European market, they have smaller engines. So the moment you want to drive 120 miles or, well, sorry, I should say miles, 120 kilometers, but let's say 90 miles, 80 miles on the highway here for an extended period of time because you want to visit your family in the state the next state up. Yeah, you're gonna be deaf. It's extremely loud, and the American cars have bigger engines because in America, for us, it's, well, I live in the United States, so I say us because I'm a naturalized American. But for us, it's kind of normal to drive from state to state, and yeah, with a bigger engine, you don't have that sound. You don't go deaf driving that far. And for Americans, it's normal to drive these distances. They take vacation and they just go, let's drive to New York, or just let's drive to Arizona. And it's kind of normal. And in Europe, most of your family lives in the same country, and they are not really, a lot of countries are really not that big. So for example, if you travel from Holland to Spain for vacation, yeah, that doesn't really take that long. But in America, yeah. Well, for Americans, it's normal to travel really long distances to check out relatives or go to a theme park or whatever it is. And it's very interesting, So, for example, when I grew up in Holland, we went on vacation every year. Spain, France, You know, and a lot of Americans think that, oh wow, that's really a lot of time traveling then, and no, it isn't. I mean, France you hit in one day with a car. You know, it's probably like 10 hours, 12 hours, I think. Well, actually shorter than that if you go to North France. But yeah, that's a benefit of Europe, I think. If you travel, let's say, from Holland, 12 hours in any direction, you're probably going to hit a whole bunch of countries with different cultures and different languages on the way. And that is kind of interesting. But yeah, we, for example, you know, all my relatives used to live in Holland, and we didn't travel hours and hours and hours of Christmas or whatever holidays to see relatives. Well, we did have some relatives in Belgium, but Belgium, from where I lived, it's literally 10 minutes on a bicycle to get over the border. So I lived in really close to Belgium. But yeah, it's all different. That's why the Americans have bigger cars. And if Europeans would drive really a lot, you know, to relatives in different countries, then they would understand that, yeah, it would be nice to have a bigger engine or a car that doesn't sound like an airplane engine in your ear the whole time. It would be nice. But yeah, there's a lot of differences, and I think some of the stereotypes are really true. But it's also because of, you know, geographical situations, culture. Okay, so because I was actually building the farm area, and I have to control myself because I'm always tempted to put some glass flooring down, but then it doesn't work anymore. And there we go. Okay, so this is actually not too bad. Should I really... Let me have a look to see how far we really want to put it away from the building. I think this is actually very, very decent here. Yeah, I think this is decent. Because I want, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5 already? Because then I will demolish this one, okay. Put that one here. A couple of more, okay. Well, actually, no, a couple more. Ah, you drove from New York all the way to Texas? Yeah, that is a long drive. In that case, I probably would take an airplane. And aren't those ticket prices really cheap right now? Those prices for a ticket? It's like $120 or something to fly from New York to Houston or something. Or am I living back in the 70s here? I don't think that it's really, really cheap flying in the United States, I think. Alright, but this is kind of symmetrical, kinda. Okay, so now we can start looking at the farms. I can actually demolish the other ones. Okay. I've always wanted to do the Route 66 drive. Until I discovered that Route 66 is not one connected route anymore, to be honest. Because some parts of Route 66 are, yeah, they're gone. But it would still be a cool drive to do. Maybe when my daughter's a little bit older, we'll just do it. I think it would be, it's part of Americana history. Yeah, there's a lot of parts of Route 66 that are kind of gone. Is it a hot area or what? A well-tuned and air-con vehicle that won't overheat. Hold on, I have to figure out how I always did this to make it look really nice. I think it's on the... something like this. Okay. Well, that's another stereotype actually. We actually saw that happening with the heat wave that Europe had this summer. A lot of Europeans don't have air conditioning at all. Even some countries at the Mediterranean that are warmer than the Nordic countries, they don't have air conditioning. And when that heat wave hit the United Kingdom, it led to really big issues, and I think some people unfortunately passed away. Because they are just not used to this and they don't have air conditionings. And over here, I remember the first time I came to the United States, that's before I moved over here, you have rooms that have a fan in the ceiling where the light bulb is, and you can buy that. And maybe for the European viewers, they're not aware of this. But yeah, this is normal in the United States, that you can just buy a fan with a light bulb that you can simply attach where your light bulb in your living room is or your bedroom. And yeah, that is something that I've never seen before I came over here. There's a lot of stuff that because yeah, I lived in both worlds, and there's a lot of stuff that completely struck me as weird when I came over here. And I don't want to kidnap the conversation or hijack the conversation, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I could talk for hours about stuff that is really strange when you come for the first time to the United States. And yeah, it's really very entertaining. And now that I've been living here for 20 years, I'm used to it, and you know, I don't condemn it either way. I never condemned it either way, but it's just really, really weird. Yeah, I don't mind talking about it. So the first time I came to the United States, I actually went to Kentucky, which in my book is still one of the most beautiful states I've been in, Kentucky. And I remember my friends picked me up from the airport, and we were driving, and on the highway, everywhere I looked around, you saw fast food. You saw literally fast food billboards for McDonald's, and they all alternate, so it's McDonald's, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, Carl Jr.'s, you name it. And I said, in Holland, in the city where I grew up in, which is a city of like 200,000 people at that point, we had an Applebee's, and we had a McDonald's, and we have a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that's totally it. That was totally it at that point. And they said, oh no, in Kentucky there's two things that you will learn, and there's a fast food place all over the place, like in the rest of the United States, And Kentucky is known, it has a church on every corner of the street. That's the stereotype about Kentucky that you probably know, see. And they were not lying. It's absolutely amazing. So Kentucky, for example, you have churches all over the place. And in Holland, we grew up with, you have the Protestants, you have the Catholics, and, of course you have the Islam and things like that. But when you go in the United States, you have Presbyterian, you have Baptist, you have Lutheran, which also in Holland you have some Lutheran, but it's really minimal. And Calvinist is also very minimal. But in Kentucky it's like literally like, almost like you walk into a grocery store and you have all these choices you can do. Choices you can make, options available to you. And yeah, I was like really blown away. I was sitting in the car and I was like, what? It's almost like you're on an alien planet. All the light out little billboards, and yeah, that was very entertaining. And you learn right away the moment you land in the United States. Everything is bigger. Everything is bigger in the United States, and that's one of the stereotypes that the Europeans have about the United States. Everything is bigger. And it's also because the Americans say that everything is bigger in the United States. Yeah, it was a whole different culture. The television shows, the movies in the flight, the advertisements, a lot of advertisements about medical stuff. In Holland, you hardly ever saw that. There was no advertisements on television about heartburn or erectile dysfunction, or whatever it is. And in the United States, this is extremely normal, that you have advertisements on televisions that are about medicines with the weirdest names that you can't even pronounce. And yeah, it's very interesting. And of course, sports are live on television in the United States the whole time, if you have ESPN. In Holland, that is not the case, unless you have American ESPN. Yeah, so it's very, very interesting. And then the whole culture, the mentality is different. So a lot of my friends in Kentucky, if they cook, they would use a crock pot. This is another thing that I've never seen in my life before. And that might be my own upbringing. Maybe I just missed out on that. A crock pot, I don't know. I didn't know what that was. So they were going to show me certain, events in the state. And Kentucky is really beautiful, so there's really a lot to actually see. And then they would put on in the morning. They would put food in a crock pot. They turn the crock pot on, and I was asking them, like, do you leave that thing on? Do you have that thing on the whole day while you're not at home with the electricity? And they say, oh yeah, it's going to be fine. Okay, well, I guess. I never grew up with a crock pot. I never. I'm not saying that Holland doesn't know crock pots or whatever. Maybe some families do, but none of my friends ever had one. So to me, it was all very strange. So that is also the only cooking that they did. So there's not like they would, for example, when I grew up, we would cook. I would almost say 28 days of the month. We would take out Chinese maybe once in a while, maybe some French fries. But my parents would cook 28 days of the month. Literally cook, whatever. In Kentucky, no, that was not the case. We would only put on a crock pot once in a while. The rest would always be fast food, or we would go to restaurants or breakfast diners. Breakfast diners is another thing you don't. Maybe they exist now. You would never see it. They didn't exist in Holland. I had no clue what that was. So they said, "Oh yeah, let's go get some breakfast," and I'm like, "Okay." And they drove me to a breakfast diner, and yeah, I had no clue that they existed. These things existed. But yeah, that's basically. And I know that not all Americans live like that, of course, but that's basically how they had food during the day. They would go to a breakfast diner, then they would have lunch, like maybe like a buffet, like an Asian buffet, where you can eat until you basically explode. And after that, they would simply take McDonald's or something. And for the rest, whenever they did cook, that was a crock pot. And that usually is a meal that you can buy in the freezer section at your local grocery store here. And you throw it in the crock pot, and yeah, that's considered cooking. Now I know that, like I said, I know that most Americans don't live that way, but to me it was all very, very eye-opening. But yeah, a lot of stuff that is normal, like diners. And I've always, before I came to the United States, I always wanted to go to a diner because, you've seen the movies, you've seen Pulp Fiction and things like that. And in Europe, you know, we kind of glorify everything. We worship everything that's American. And it's like, I wanted to go to one of those diners, and luckily here in Colorado you have a couple of these diners that are like 60s with a jukebox, and it's awesome. Where also the people dress up like really like the Buddy Hollies and stuff like that. So that is really, really cool. But yeah, in Holland you don't have these diners. Maybe something has changed in 20 years, but yeah, when I grew up, they didn't exist. Maybe Holland became more Americanized, but nah, they didn't exist. But then again, there's a lot in Holland, for example, that doesn't exist in the United States. And for example, you have the coffee shops. Holland, we had Hooters, but Hooters was, for example, not in my city, but Hooters was in, for example, Amsterdam. They had a Hooters, probably still does, but not in my city. My city did not even in my let's call it state. There was a Hooters anywhere. Not that I would have gone, of course, but, you know. But either way, Holland has, for example, coffee shops, which is also a stereotype that people probably know. Tourists go to Holland and they want to go into a coffee shop because they want to drink a cup of coffee. And coffee shops, yeah, okay, you can get a cup of coffee in the coffee shops, but coffee shops in Holland are places where you can legally buy and, well, use marijuana. That's literally a coffee shop. So yeah, so we make a distinction between a coffee shop and a cafe. A cafe is more for adults, where you can also drink coffee, but cafe is mostly alcohols and beers. But yeah, there's a lot of coffee tourists that come to Holland and they want to go to a coffee shop. They go into a coffee shop and they then realize, like, okay, this is not a normal coffee shop. This is a place where you can get edibles, or whatever they call those, and buy and smoke marijuana and things like that. And yeah, that is can be quite entertaining. And then Holland is really known, especially the lower half of Holland, I should say, is really known for its snack bars. And that is something that I wish we had in the United States. Snack bars are basically places where you can buy French fries in all variations. So when you go to a snack bar, like McDonald's, when you go to McDonald's to the drive-thru, they will always ask you in the United States, like, hey, do you want some sauce with that? And I always say no, because they're jokes. It's really not good. But in Holland, when you go to a snack bar, you can order French fries, and there's 20 to 25 different sauces you can put on there. And we in Holland, we put the weirdest stuff on French fries. So the Americans know that the British people, for example, they put vinegar and salt and vinegar or something like that on French fries. In Holland, we put the weirdest stuff on French fries. So we put onions on there, we eat them with pickles. We have special curries that we put on there. There's 20 or 25 different sauces. And it's delicious. My wife is American and she has lived with me for about 2 years. About 2 years back in Holland. And she really, really liked it. And when we came back to the United States, it was very, very disappointing. Because, yeah, first of all, the fries from McDonald's don't taste anything like self-made fries in Holland that you can buy there. But for example, here you have fast food everywhere. In Holland, in my city, there's probably, the city where I grew up in, there's probably like 50, maybe 50 to 100 different snack bars. And you can go anywhere and they all have a reputation, they all have their specialty, they make their own sauces and all that stuff. And then you can have these side dishes, which is usually meat, which is really not high quality meat, to be honest. Like fricadelles, and we have chicken nuggets, and honestly they taste a lot better than what you get at McDonald's. But yeah, so it's kind of different. It's kind of it's kind of interesting, because over here, for example, I'm in Colorado and close to Denver. You can buy them. There's some places that they want to pretend that they serve Dutch French fries or Belgian French fries, which are very similar. No, it's nowhere near. It's really nowhere near. And if I have a viewer that is from Colorado and says, "Hey, wait a minute, Mud, you should really go check out this place because this is authentic Belgian French fries," because we have a place in Denver like that, then I will test it out and I will come back and I will say, no, that's not going to work. But yeah, that is one of the things I kind of miss from there. But yeah, that's definitely, the moment you land in the United States, if you've never been here, you will immediately see the differences. It's just a different culture, you know. For example, in Holland, you have a lot of Indonesian food. We have, I think the Chinese food over there is higher quality than here. But for example, in Holland, I cannot eat Vietnamese food or Korean food or Middle Eastern food is not readily available. Like, well, I should correct that, because we have shawarma. We have shawarma places that sell Middle Eastern food, which is really, 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 really good. But for example, Vietnamese, Korean, yeah, that I don't think I've ever eaten that in Holland, because we simply don't have a big, what do you call it, contingent of people from those areas in Holland. What am I missing? I was trying to put a farm down, but it says I don't have enough for the... Okay, I do have enough. I was about to say, I'm kind of missing something here. Alright, so we have one row of eggplant. And then... I like mushrooms, actually. Alright. Let's see. One row of mushrooms. Probably want to do one row of squash. I don't think I'm going to build more than that. I mean, I can build 500 squashes. I mean, the blue chest drops, they keep giving you seeds, so at some point you just... You know, storage lockers full of the thing. I do want to kind of keep it symmetrical. So we want some beans. That's actually not bad. I can put another one here and then put some beans and some wheat and cocoa. Yeah, so that's what I've heard about certain big cities in the United States that have a lot of different cuisines, like Boston, New York. Like you said, you know, Texas has a couple of big cities there. Texas has a whole bunch of big cities, doesn't it? I mean, Dallas, Texas, was it? San Antonio is also big, right? But yeah, those are melting pots of different cultures. Over here, for example, in Colorado, Italian takeout is extremely difficult to find. A good Italian takeout. And if you go to any other place, then that is easy, right? I'm not talking about pizzas, but I'm talking about really Italian dishes. Because there is really not... There's really, in Colorado, I think it's mostly... there's a lot of Vietnamese. There's a Vietnamese community, Korean community, Asian markets, Chinatown kinda. But when it comes to Italian takeout, where I can simply order, let's say, something stupid like spaghetti or whatever, tagliatelle, whatever you want to call it, I don't know any in the area. Okay, that's that one. So I need one more farm. Bee larvae. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's just the whole thing, because for example, let's say that I'm a kind of bit of a night owl, so let's say at 2 a.m. I want to get some food. Well, that's impossible here. Not even McDonald's is open 24 hours, 24/7 anymore, and Walmart in our area is not even open 24/7. And I think in New York, you can probably choose between 5 different cuisines at that moment at 2 a.m. I might be wrong about that, but we had a lot of stuff limit their hours as soon as COVID hit, especially Walmart. Walmart used to be open 24/7 here, and it no longer is the case. Now, it's not as if you would go to Walmart for takeout food, but you get the point, I think. But yeah, McDonald's over here closes at midnight, I think. Maybe 1 a.m. on a Saturday or something. You like Houston? So you don't live in New York City. Do you live? Because I've always heard that, for example, the area around Buffalo, New York, is like crazy, crazy cold. Is that the area where you kind of live, or? Well, you don't have to reveal. I mean, keep in mind the NSA and the CIA are listening in. You're gonna get stalked. But yeah, I know because somebody told me at some point that the prices for houses in Buffalo are really, really low. And the only setback is that you have extremely crazy cold winters. Because I wouldn't mind moving. House prices in Colorado are absolutely crazy. I mean, our house is basically 3 times more in value, or rose in value 3 times right now in the last, what is it, 6, 7 years? It's absolutely crazy if you want to move in Colorado. Alright, okay, let's see. So we have the squashes. I should put it on the supply though, I think. I still have so many eggplants, I don't need that. Beans. Okay, let's do beans. Let's do... Well, you don't need them for anything except for making your own food, so... Let's do wheat. And cocoa. I don't have another cocoa, do I? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we pay property taxes over here. Yeah. Property taxes probably quadrupled for us. Because that's what people think, right? Oh, great, your house value, your house went up in value. Yeah, what's the point? Well, how am I gonna profit from that, right? Unless I sell it. If I don't sell it, I just pay way more property taxes. There's really there's no benefit in it for me unless I sell it. So you pay more insurance and you pay more property taxes because your house went up in value. Food seeds should be here though. Okay, we need some beans. Come on, we should have some beans somewhere. And then I should order some more wheat and cocoa, I guess. No, the house prices around Denver are just absolutely whack. Absolutely crazy. I think Colorado is in the top 5 states where, with regards to where the house prices went up. It's just totally whack. Really, seeds are that cheap? Well, I need one more then. Okay. Yeah, Denver, you might know this from football. The Denver Stadium is usually called the Mile High. Denver is Mile High City. So the elevation is, yeah, it's a mile high. I don't know the exact number, but it should be about a mile high. So we don't have any flooding, if that's what you're getting at. But actually there is flooding in not in our area, but a little bit away though, because, yeah. Alright, let's see. Regarding food, I should probably make some more. Beans. Let's make a bunch. Well, the thing is that the oxygen is really low here. You actually notice that. It sounds stupid, but because of the altitude, you do notice that that the oxygen is less abundant. So I'm just making sure we have 2 beans then, and we're gonna have cocoa, wheat. Didn't I already plant the wheat here? Yeah, why is it not? Oh, there it is, okay. And then we'll have another... Okay, perfect. maybe I did order too much, but... kitchen. And Red-Eye. Oh, you didn't miss anything. We were talking about the cultural differences between the United States and Europe. So I probably lost 75% of my subscribers this time. I pissed off the Europeans and I pissed off the Americans. So we wait for the seeds. We have the farms. I do have to put it on supply though. Alrighty. You get so cross-eyed from this. Alright. Wait, did I do this right? I've seen Greg Ferguson a couple of times. Trevor Noah had a talk show in the United States as well. He's from South Africa, isn't he? Trevor Noah? Yeah, Greg. Yeah, he's Scottish. Greg Ferguson. In the United States, you have about 10 of these talk show hosts. You don't like Trevor Noah? Well, the thing is that I liked Trevor Noah's stand-up comedy. I think that was pretty okay, but I didn't like him much as a talk show host, to be honest. Actually, most talk show hosts are kind of, I don't know, what do you call it? Self-centered and absorbed with their own ego and what do you want to call that? Like Jimmy Kimmel. David Letterman was okay, I think. Well, he had his moments. Jay Leno. I think Jay Leno was probably okay in my book. Yeah, Trevor Noah because I don't think he's a talk show host anymore. For me, it never worked really. I saw one of his stand-up routines and I thought it was kind of funny. But okay, so this is all set up. Think, except for Cocoa maybe. Cocoa and wheat. The moment I say cocoa, I have to think about iced tea. Oh wait, hold on. That sounded really confusing. The moment I say cocoa, I have to think about Ice-T, the rapper, the actor. He's married and his wife her name is Coco. So I'm not talking about two drinks. I'm actually talking about... It's actually funny, I never thought about this. But yeah, Ice-T is married to Coco. I never dawned on me that they're actually two kind of. You can see this both kind of drinks, kind of. We have to drink. Talking about drink. Let's get some uranium water. I'm also doing a quick check. I know nobody does this. I think I dropped some items that didn't belong here. No. Yeah, see, you probably know Ice-T pretty well, right? Because he was in Law and Order. I don't think that variation of Law and Order still runs. What was it, SUV? I think it was an SUV, right? But Red Eye, I assume that Red Eye knows Ice-T too, but I'm not sure if you ever seen him as an actor in Law and Order. He's a pretty cool guy actually. I like his music too, to be honest. But yeah, Greg Ferguson, he has his moments. I hardly ever watch the talk show. I only see it on YouTube, the highlights, I guess. The rapper, yeah, the rapper. Sorry, my pronunciation is probably really bad. The rapper. The rapper. Oh, Red Eye might actually recognize if I speak with Dutch accent. Really overly done Dutch accent. The rapper of the United States. But yeah, Ice-T. He's also an actor. Hey, don't call him just a rapper. He's really an established actor, okay? Okay, so we're gonna make this see-through. Should I make a farm maybe here? Like, kind of close it up, like, really beautiful. Yeah, it's funny when you think about it. I'm not sure how much I can really say in YouTube, but Ice-T has never made it a secret that he had he started off as a pimp. That he did some pimping and some dealing, and he released some really influential albums back in the hip hop days there. And then he became an actor. And you basically have this guy acting in Law and Order SUV. I think it's SUV. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with him. Of course, he's not an Anthony Hopkins, but still funny. Same goes for Ice Cube. Ice-T and Ice Cube. Snoop Dogg. Maybe we're talking about rap today, hip hop. Snoop Dogg. Now that's an interesting story. Have you watched the documentary about who is it again? There's a documentary on Netflix now about the whole what is it, Sugar, what's his name again? The guy that's now in prison that started the whole Dr. Dre. Basically, it's about the Dr. Dre era. There's a documentary series on Netflix, really interesting. No, hold on. It's not the Dr. Dre era. It's actually the... Oh my god. Hold on. It's the NWA. It's a series about the history of NWA, the legendary hip-hop band, rap band, with Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Jelly, what is it, Jelly or whatever. And then Dr. Dre went solo after that and met up with Snoop. It's really a cool documentary if you care about hip-hop. Okay, so Pulsar is producing non-stop, I think. I think we can conclude that. Finally. Everything is keeping up, see that? So Pulsar is producing now non-stop. Yeah, okay. Should I build some more farms? 5 maybe there, maybe. so I need 1, 2. Well, let me get some more. Jesus, Sean. Yeah, Willie Nelson. It's always interesting to see how these conversations go. I mean, that is already a reason for other people to subscribe to my live, my channel, my live streams, because these conversations are just hilarious. I mean, I'm some boring background noise, and these conversations are hilarious. How it jumps from one thing to the next, and somehow Willie Nelson made his way into this conversation. I mean, talking about a legend. Not because of his music, but because of his smoking. Yeah, it's you gotta love Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is like Keith Richards. They're just immortal. They can't die. They will never die. Oh god, Willie Nelson. Oh, yeah, we go to Chuck Norris. Oh god, really? You really went there to Chuck Norris? Are you gonna do the jokes now about Chuck Norris? He doesn't do push-ups, but he pushes the earth down or whatever it is, that kind of stuff. Go for it. It's a shame that Chuck Norris, after Texas Walker Ranger, he didn't really do much. I think he did show up in the Expendables in one of the movies or two of the movies. But yeah, after that, he's kind of gone. It's a shame. Of course, the moment you talk about Chuck Norris, you have to talk about Jean-Claude Van Damme. I mean, you gotta love Jean-Claude Van Damme. The moment you talk about Jean-Claude Van Damme, you have to talk about Steven Seagal. Because Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme, well, Jean-Claude is very laid back, but Steven Seagal cannot stand Jean-Claude Van Damme. Calls him a fake. Says he's a liar and a cheat, and things like that. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. Steven Seagal is just, I think he went off the deep end, to be honest. Oh, hey, Sadak. Yeah, we were talking about all those action heroes that before your time, like Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal. So that's before your time. Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren. But yeah, Steven Seagal, and there's even YouTube videos where he, in an interview, he can't stop talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme. And Jean-Claude Van Damme really has credentials. He really was world champion kickboxing. But all you need to see from Jean-Claude Van Damme is that legendary, what is it, a Volvo commercial where he hangs between the two trucks with his split. That's all you need to see. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme is just, I love the guy. He's a really, really cool guy. He's from Belgium. Muscles from Brussels. So yeah, that's what you kind of walked into, Sadak. We have really interesting conversations, Willie Nelson, and then goes to Chuck Norris, and yeah. Steven Seagal, yeah. I actually liked watching his movies because he has a different fighting style, right? Because of the Aikido. And it was different than the normal Jackie Chan and the kicking and the punching. Steven Seagal is more like very defensive, right? He grabs and shoves and he grabs and twists and things like that. So it's a different fighting style. That's why I kind of like watching his movies, because it was different. But yeah, I think he went off the deep end, the guy. I mean, you don't disrespect Jean-Claude Van Damme, who has a really, really great reputation, really. And it's really a nice guy either way. Steven Seagal, I'm not sure if he's really a nice guy. I've always heard stories that he's very, very arrogant and difficult to work with, and kind of touchy-feely, or whatever that expression is. So, let me stay focusing. Kitchen. Water. I really got you going now, see? You're foaming at the mouth. Oh, I'm not familiar with that name, Red Eye. Is that an actor? Or did we now jump from movies to MMA? Yeah, also Jean-Claude Van Damme actually challenged Steven Seagal to a fight. He said, let's just fight. And Seagal kind of tried to dismiss it with a laugh. But yeah, I think Van Damme would totally kick Steven Seagal. Well, Steven Seagal is also not in shape, but if you look at the way Jean-Claude Van Damme looks these days, and he's already old. He's old. And Steven Seagal, yeah, that is, I mean, he's like 5 times his original weight right now. Okay, yeah, it's kind of weird, right? I never got into MMA either. I basically stopped watching real fighting after Evander Holyfield fights and things like that. So. Well, I stand corrected. I actually watched, Jake Paul? I'm not sure if you know that, Red Eye, the YouTuber, who is now challenging all these old MMA fighters and actually has I think he got beaten once, but for the rest he's unbeaten. Jake Paul. Yeah, Sadak is still trying to get used to the conversation. Well, you don't really have them anymore. The later generations, the action hero fighters, like Van Damme and Stallone and Dolph Lundgren, and the only one that you have is Jason. What is his name again? He's pretty cool, the bald British guy. He's really from a generation after that. But yeah, I mean, I can't think of any modern. You had Jet Li for a while, which is also, I think, a generation after really Stallone and those people. But I cannot think of any new movies with modern action fighters. Okay. Beloved. I need one more. Do we have some baggies in here? Not a black one. No, that's not the Jason I meant, but Jason, what's his name again? He was in the Expendables 2. I think it's Jason, right? He was also in the movie Snatch. A hilarious movie. Probably the funniest movie I've ever seen in my life. My wife says Jason Statham. No, I don't consider Jason Momoa. Yeah, it's Jason Statham. I don't consider Jason Momoa anywhere near the level of the old action guys. No, Jason Momoa is just Game of Thrones, and I've seen him in other stuff like June. I'm not really impressed with Jason Momoa, to be honest. And have you ever seen Jason Momoa without a beard? I mean, if you've never seen him without a beard, you should Google Jason Momoa without a beard. It actually made national headlines here when he shaved his beard off. Because, a lot of women think he's a hunk, but the moment you see him without a beard, yeah, it doesn't really work. But what do I know? Yeah, until they see him without the beard, yeah. Jason Momoa is super, super popular. Oh, you knew him from Stargate Atlantis? Another example is, you know The Witcher, Henry Cavill? Everybody says that he looks better with long hair, which is kind of true. Even though I cannot be a judge, I don't swing in that direction. But when he cut his hair, Henry Cavill is still pretty decent looking. He doesn't like lose 90% of his attractiveness because he cut his hair short. The moment Jason Momoa shaves his beard, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I shouldn't really be ragging about him. Because yeah, he's a nice guy. Okay. So, the farm area is kind of done. I just have to put some seeds in here. I'm not sure which I'm going to do. Very likely the eggplant though. Then I will probably put a rail around this to kind of close it in. Yeah, Henry Cavill is just a really, really cool guy. Also, he's a gamer. You know that. And yeah, The Witcher's not going to be the same without him. So, well, The Witcher, I really like Henry Cavill in The Witcher, and then he decided to quit because I thought he had a Superman role, and then later it was determined that he was not going to play the new Superman. Was it Superman that? Yeah, they wanted to do another movie for Superman, and then they decided not to use Henry because it was some sort of a go back in time event, and Henry was too old for that or something, right? Okay, food seeds. Let's get some eggplant in case we ever have to kick up our algae production again. Yeah, he was also not happy with the scripts from The Witcher. That's at least that's what was the rumor, but yeah. Oh, they're working on a new Battlestar Galactica? That is interesting. I know that they're working on a new Babylon 5. I'm the only fan of Babylon 5 in this whole group here. But yeah, they are working on a new Babylon 5. At least that's what John Michael Straczynski claims. The creator, producer, writer. But I did not hear about Battlestar Galactica. That might be interesting. It depends on how woke it's going to be. Woke is good, but too woke is not good. I mean, in the previous, the latest series, they actually had Starbucks being portrayed by a woman. Okay, what am I missing here? Didn't I put my... Did I do something wrong again? Because I'm missing a seed now in that one. Didn't I do that all? I picked up 5, didn't I? Oh, I think I know what happened. I probably selected the fact that instead of picking up the eggplant, they picked up the seed and the drone picked it up. Is that really what happened? It's unbelievable. Give me my eggplant. That's just a bad one. Damn it. Hey, Shakana. How have you been? Shakana, you're looking at chat and you're wondering what on earth did I walk into. We were talking about movies, action heroes, and it went from one thing to Willie Nelson. It went from Coco and Ice-T to Willie Nelson, and then it went to Chuck Norris. It went to Jean-Claude Van Damme, Now we're talking about Battlestar Galactica, and yeah, it's just the weirdest conversation here. The thing with sci-fi series that are based on historical series, like even Star Trek, I don't think Star Trek did a good job at this, by the way. But for example, Battlestar Galactica, the original series back in the late 70s, early 80s, was really, really good. So when they did the remake with Edward James Olmos, they actually did a good job finding good actors, I think, for Battlestar Galactica, the newer series. And I think that is essential because most of these series have a huge cult following. And if you're going to do a new series, like apparently they're talking about doing a new series, then I think it's, oh yeah, there you go. Then it's essential that you really get good actors, you know, some good character faces, because otherwise it's not going to work. And I honestly don't think Star Trek did a great job with that. In all the different renditions of Star Trek, the original series for me is still the best. Picard and that cast was really good. That was good too. But for example, Deep Space Nine, which is on a script level probably the best Star Trek written, I think. And I think the casting could have been done better. And the other Star Trek rendition, I don't even, what is it? You have Deep Space Nine. I don't even remember the other one. But yeah, some of these are, the cast is really not impressive. You don't have any people that, for example, have really character faces or that really stand out for me. And Battlestar Galactica had great actors. I mean, Edward James Olmos is already great as it is. That's just a character guy right there. You know. First time I saw him was in Miami Vice. That's probably his most famous role, isn't it? He also played in a really good movie about the gangs, Latino gangs, where he was in prison and came out. What is it, Tres Puntos or something like that? What's the name of the movie? But yeah, really, really great actor. I love that guy. So, I've never really seen much Star Trek movies. I don't know. I've always watched the kind of series. Well, diversity is important, I think. Especially, you have to keep in mind that Star Trek, for example, Battlestar Galactica, is in the future. And at that moment, hopefully, the inequalities are gone. And the world is just one big melting pot. So that you would expect a normal, diversified cast, right? Fair representation of, African Americans and white people and Latinos and even Native Americans, or, that would be kind of expected. Female leadership should be normal. It's just that sometimes I think they kind of go a little bit overboard. It got so bad, and I think she might notice, because she's in the United States, the woke movement got so bad that, for example, a lot of people were complaining about the fact that a lot of maids in series were Latinos and Latinas that were either the cleaning lady or the maid in the house. So as part of the woke movement, series started casting non-Latinos and Latinas. And this led to an issue for the Latino and Latina actors, where they started actually voicing their discontent about the fact that now Hollywood was casting non-Latinos and non-Latinas as cleaning ladies and maids in the house and pool boys and things like that. And it was pissing off the Latino community. So I'm not sure if you heard that story, see? But yeah, that was that was just mind-blowing. And I even predicted it. I said, because some people were like, well, it's always a stereotype. There's always Latino maids and Latino cleaners and foreigners that are cleaning, and we should step away from that because it's discrimination and blah blah blah. And I predicted at that moment. I said, oh boy, you're actually gonna ruin the chances of a Latino actor playing as like, for example, a pool boy, or something like that. And yeah, that actually literally happened, and I think they sued, or I don't know what happened, but they were very, very unhappy about this. See, what I think, for example, is really stupid, is if you, for example, make a movie about a historical figure, let's say Malcolm X or Rosanna Parks or something like that, right? And then you cast an actor that is not African American, for example. And that happened with several of the historical figures, where they actually, I think, casted a Latino or a non-Latino to play an historical Latino character. And that is just, then you're being really stupid, you know? I mean, if you make a movie about Malcolm X, and I'm not saying that because Malcolm X was actually portrayed by an African American, so. But I think it was a Latino movie about a Latino historical figure. I don't remember, but it was actually cast by the person portraying it was actually white or something, and it led to this huge outrage in the Latino community. Even the Latino comedians in the United States spoke up about it. Who was that again? I don't remember, but anyway. Let's go back to happier topics. So about the Battlestar Galactica series, is it known as is it going to be a prequel? Is it going to be a sequel? Do we know, for example, if it's going to be a redo of the Commander Adama series, or because that would be interesting to kind of know what the. Oh, hello. I guess I placed an order at Amazon. I didn't even check it. I mean, Amazon is already delivering with drones, I think. But this is really not too far-fetched. This is just should be like an Amazon logo on the rocket. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, the whole Jesus stuff, yeah. Yeah. The whole white person, yeah. That's a good example there, yeah. But we kind of, I know you're trying to sneak in religious conversations in this channel, Chakana. We try to stay clear of religion and politics. Red Eye tries to get around it by asking non-political questions about the elections. But you weren't here, I think, Chakana, so I'm kind of joking. But we know that conversations about religion or politics will always piss off 50% of the viewers. There's just no winning. You can't win. I was gonna do one more wheat. Wheat. So not weed, wheat. 3 seats. Okay. I'll clear that up later. Where's it at? Oh, there, okay. Right. So yeah, Shakana, sorry I didn't really reply to this earlier, but yeah, we did quite some building. Sorry, C doesn't like the fact that I use the word we, so I will say I did quite some building. Some of the viewers provided some inspiration, so we're very far from done. And I was actually thinking, because I've been, yeah, sometimes I do that. I wanted to use different lights because it's basically horrible because you only have blue windows, and from a distance at night you don't even see the lights. From this distance you won't even see the lights. So I was thinking, because I wanted to put some lights around in the outside, but you can't put them against the walls. So I'm thinking, if I put a foundation down, put the light on the foundation, and then take the foundation away, the light will stay, right? No, not every floor is being used. No, we're using this side. Sorry, I'm using this side, and the 3 floors right now. Oh, I have to show you the top floor, or penthouse, which is not really a penthouse. It's more a control room, which is floor 25. And we do have a floor 13, by the way, so that will be developed. Look at the view. Is that awesome or what? I just love how you hear my steps. It's like I wear flip-flops or slippers or something. So, but yeah, the view is amazing, of course. 6%. Yeah, okay. Well, we can boost that up. We can put a lot of more stuff down, but that is really not top priority. Alright, okay, let's go back down. I tend to worry when there is going to be another series about an old science fiction series that is going to be either redone or continued. So I really hope they will do a good job with Battlestar Galactica. Okay. So that is what I'm thinking. Because you can see the yellow light there. I tried that a little bit. It's more of an experiment. But I think that I can actually put foundations here, put the lights on there, and then remove the foundation. And the light will hover. So that's something that we might try. Because the only way that you can customize anything in this game is really with lights, I think. Somebody manipulating the game code. And yeah, there's a lot of drone activity here. Okay. So let's see if we can do that. A couple of foundations. I should know this by heart, but I don't. I might break my record of 381 area lamps in a base. I might actually break that if this works. I'm pretty sure this works, but it didn't dawn on me to try it this way until yesterday evening. It came to me in another dream. I mean, I was sleeping and I had this dream and a very deep voice that said, "Mud, try foundations and area lamps." And I knew exactly what it meant. Okay, so let's go. Just have to be able to put it close enough. It is kind of close. Can I put this closer? Because if I can get it close... stop it with the snapping! I don't think I can line this up now. No, this is too far gone. No, okay. This is not good. How close is this? It's kind of, see, it's there's like a grid and it always will... I don't think I can move it closer to the building, so it's not really perfect at all. Damn it. The area lamp, can I move it? Can I move here? Hold on. It lets me put a little bit next to the... That's not too bad then. Yeah, we have, I think, everything unlocked, yeah. Well, we're not at the mammals phase yet, but everything is unlocked. See, if I can do area lamp now. Wow, really? How close is this? Why doesn't it... Ah, okay, there we go. See if I can do it this way. It's funny, I thought it was in the middle here, but apparently it isn't. It's funny how you can... Oh, it's deceptive. This is actually really good. I'm really happy with this. Let's do yellow, because it stands out, kinda. We want to do lightish yellow. Let's make sure that I deconstruct the right thing here. Okay. Look at that. And now, if if I take the foundation away, that should stay. Perfect. Ah! I might do it lighter. I don't want it to be really, really bright. I kind of want it to have a nice little glow going. So I will probably try to do some sort of gradient. I kind of have to see what it looks like. I should probably have kept that foundation. But then again, I should be able to get it really close again. Because you can't really... I think this is really as close as it was, to be honest. Yeah, see, it does a grid either way. Okay. So I don't know how many lamps I'm going to place. And sometimes, like now, see, now it's saying that it's too close. Kind of strange, right? You can see they're not touching the walls there. Because you cannot place them without... I wonder... You can see it's touching the wall, so it doesn't want to do it. Okay, let's pull this back. But now it wants to go up on the... See, now it wants to go on the foundation. Damn it. Damn. But yeah, that's something that I can... I should be able to fine tune. I just want to see what it looks like at night with the yellow. It's probably way too bright. So, because this is hovering way above the foundation. So I'm not sure why I can't do that same over there. Yeah. I should not have removed that foundation. See, because now it stands on the foundation. This one doesn't. This one is actually hovering above it, is it? Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Because if I put it on the foundation, it's kind of... Yeah, you can see it's further away. That's interesting though. How did I do this one then? Because now suddenly everything is chaos. Well, there's really no way for me to... I don't think I can get it closer now. Now it wants to snap the whole time. See, this is automatically aligned again. So I think this was the same distance that I used there, but for some reason I cannot put a lamp. This is so bizarre. Because it will... Was I further away, a different angle? Yeah, lit up green there for a second. Okay, this is really crazy. I'm not gonna keep wrestling with this too long. Okay, so now it's not identical, but it's... Oh wow, that's way low. Well, I could probably do them all like this, so it really doesn't matter too much. Let's do this lighter. I think lighter is gonna look better. So, Yeah, that one is lower, but that should be giving us an indication as to what we can do with the lights and if we want to go all the way up the building. Talking about a lot of work. See, this one is brighter than that one. Very, very interesting. Okay, well, I'll check that out later, I think. Okay. So, we do want to put some fencing around here. I'm not sure if I can squeeze it in. What is fencing? Is that cobalt or silicon? I think it's silicon, right? Silicon. Let's just double check. I don't think I can squeeze them next to the farms, but it would be nice because I don't want to make another platform outside of the farms to just get the fencing on, but well, let's just pray. And praying doesn't help. No, it doesn't help. Damn it. You know, we need to put the farms in there. Okay, I can do that later. Algae generator. Oh wow, okay. Fish eggs. So can I actually demand this one now? Because 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so the Valkyrie is now part of this too. Okay. Butterfly. And they should really change that. That you can place the butterfly stuff on the structures, because right now you can't, which is kind of annoying. Super alloy. Some magnesium. I can see that the conversation went back to aliens. We're actually watching Men in Black with my daughter, the first one. So at dinner we watch a little bit of Men in Black every day. We don't watch it in one go. Nuggets. Okay, that should be okay. Well, I can also get rid of those ladders, of course. Really? That's the episode in X-Files where they go into the garage of that guy, right? I don't remember much, but I think the guy's like working on in the garage or something, and they go into his garage. X-Files, yeah. I've probably seen the whole series, well, 3 times. I just don't have a memory. But yeah, X-Files is really, really cool. Even the episodes, not as great, but even the episodes without Mulder. Algae, okay. Should be okay. This is too close. It's gonna spawn here, I think. What are you referring to, Shakana? Floor pieces? What now? Oh, that is just a... If you're referring to this, that's just a cabin. Living compartment. And then glass. Farms. Yeah, these are just cabins. So... See? It's just that you cannot put glass here because they cannot be placed on glass floors. So I can make this see-through. Did I order something again? I think I did order something, right? I don't even remember. Maybe I didn't. Doesn't look like I did. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of Amazon deliveries, so... So I tried to put the algae eaters. I usually adjust them. Because I don't want the algae to grow on the platform itself. I kind of want it like a little bit closer than this, but it's kind of difficult because there's like a random factor involved. See, this is okay. What you can also do is you can use the lower level algae. Instead of the tier 2, you use a tier 1 which has a smaller radius, so you can kind of fine tune with that. For those people that really, really care about this. So this would be perfect, but I don't think it's going to stay this way. It probably will be creeping up here. I think it's too close. See, I mean, this is fine. It's already too close here, though. Ah, crap. And I think this one is too close. We'll see. It's probably going to hit here. Don't I hear something? Where did that one come from? Oh yeah. Is that just a chest one? Was it really an osmium one still? I was looking around, I didn't see it at all. I hear something. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh wow, really? It's very threatening right now. I probably will fine tune it with a couple of small ones. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ah, we need some fish. I don't think you can make the Valk, yeah, but which reminds me actually. I'm gonna put 2 more of these down actually. I also want to create my alien Area 51 Alien Containment Center, which is floor 3. And as we know, no aliens were harmed in the filming of this episode. Water. Okay. Because yeah, I really need to start organizing my tower here. I mean, I pay a lot of money on the lease. It's quite expensive, this real estate here. Because I'm just a convict, I don't own the planet, unfortunately. No. We tested it actually, Shakana. The reach, the vertical reach of the autocrafters, we think it's about 3 floors. We tested that, and it looks really to be like a perfect sphere, a perfect ball, the reach. So if you go a little bit to the side, then Jesus Christ. Yeah, we did some testing because in this tower it's easy to test. I don't have elevators everywhere, but I have up to level 8. So we put the autocrafter here somewhere, and we put the chest 3 stories down, and if it's straight down, it reaches, I think, 3 stories. But if you put the chest sideways here, then the autocrafter doesn't reach anymore, because it's like I said, it's a perfect sphere, perfect ball. Might as well do something worthwhile here. There's not that many over there. See that? Looks like they all come from one direction, kinda. That is interesting. Alright, let's double check here. See how the algae is doing. I can put one in the middle here. That should be fine. We have one here. Probably put one here. There we go. I'm not sure if I'm going to make an extension here. I don't know what that would be for. Yeah, I don't know what that would be for. Oh, it's kind of dark. It's kind of dark. Let's see what the lights look like. And how far the lights reach. I have to hurry because the night is only like 2 minutes. Right, it's already... Yeah, there we go again. I'm not sure if it's worthwhile to do something. Maybe at certain locations here. It's not really giving me a warm feeling right now. Do I have 2 nuggets? No, I don't, so... Okay. So I should probably make this see-through though. If you have any other suggestions for the base, feel free to share. There's no fixed blueprint. I kind of do what strikes me as awesome at the moment. What is it again? It's titanium cobalt, right? The floor. Must be completely looking at it. So how's that going anyways? Are we still keeping up? Zeolite, iridium, uranium, osmium, and methane. So yeah, we are clearly producing pulsars literally non-stop at this moment. So that mission has been completed. I don't know why this is important to me, but for me that was important. We want to be eternally crafting pulsars non-stop in one autocrafter. And right now, we have accomplished that, I think. So I'm not sure what we can do with that information. There's really not much the impact of that is, but we have accomplished our goal, guys. I should put lights on the top 4 corners. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, pulsar mission successful. Because you can kind of play around with the lights, right? You can kind of make shapes and figures, like these drone things with fireworks, where the drones do stuff. I can do it on top. I can quickly make a door in the penthouse. Step out, put some... Really? I mean, seriously? Look at this. I must be talking too much, because the game is like, you know, shut up, just play. We keep sending you meteors. Yeah, it's funny, right? There's nothing spawning on this end. It's not like they're coming from all directions, they just come from one direction. Oh, which reminds me, there's actually a meteor storm expected this whole week, I think. But today is for Americans between, I think, 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. It's the best chance in Colorado, for example, to see the meteors. Meteor storm, whatever you want to call that. I think it's Gemini or something that is passing the Earth. And well, the whole world should be able to see it. But I'm just saying, for Colorado and that area, it's like 10 a.m., 3 p.m. because of the weather. We had a lot of clouds. We had snow yesterday and all the day before. So we might be checking that out tonight with the little girl. See if we see some meteors. And then she can make a wish every time she sees one. So she's gonna be great for the rest of her life. So I can make a door. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, look it up. There's gonna be meteors. And that's been going on, I think, for a couple of days already. But they say it's like 7 days long. Let me first do that, because otherwise I'll get confused again. There we go. Look how nice this is looking. It's so natural. And in our uranium lake, we put all fish down, you know. So we have all these mutations popping up. And for those that don't understand the whole uranium lake, I think it was actually C who came up with that terminology after we had a lot of uranium in this lake, because of the meteors, and we've been calling it Uranium Lake ever since. I think it was UC, right? Alright, so now, make a door. What is needed again? Silicon and iron. Okay, let's do that. Iron. Then we need 4 of those. Maybe I do some more, maybe? Okay, let's go up there. Too bad you don't see it from a long distance, but that would be cool. I'm not gonna ruin it by placing a beacon. I'm not a big fan of the beacons unless it's to empty a rack, but... Are you shitting me? This is just a sandstorm, right? I mean... Come on, Emily, there's another one. Ah, crap. Well, we can work around this. Oh, almost there. Okay, well that means that you're clearly in the way. I hope I can put that thing somewhere where it's not gonna... Ah, this should be okay. It's kind of spinning through the wall though, so... Alright. We're there. But this one, it doesn't matter which one it's facing. Alright, do we have a color? You wanna go for yellow? What do you want to do, C? What kind of color do you... Make sure it's all equal. And did I put that on the... It's kind of floating, see that? It's kind of floaty there. Are they all floaty? Okay. Funny. Well, see, maybe you know the color that attracts aliens. Apparently somebody said white light attract bugs. We don't want to attract the bugs from Men in Black, of course, right? So we want to attract normal, intelligent aliens. So what color do you think would be best? I think blue, actually. I think blue, because of the water. You know, water is, you know, similar, what do you call it? Equivalent to life. There you go, hydration. But then again, I'm open to anything, but not white. We don't want bugs. Purple. Okay, purple. We'll do one purple. And please don't get technical with me, like, that is not purple, that is indigo. Okay. I have no clue what purple really... I think this is purple. Is that purple or is that pink? No, Mud, it is burgundy. Please take purple. There you go. Wow, this is all, that's not the same. Okay, we'll just do purple. I'm not sure how visible that is going to be, but it's fine by me. Well, up here we can actually also place those outside lamps. That's what they're called, right? I remember. We could actually place those here. They might be visible. I hadn't thought about that. I think I need iron for those though. Yeah, we don't see anything right now. I don't think we're gonna ever see anything. It's just way too high up. Alright, I'm gonna try some area lamps too. Sorry, outside lamp. It is actually creepy. Also, I'm not sure, I don't think you guys have that disability that I have. So for example, when I jump down here and I don't fly, I literally feel it in my stomach. My wife thinks it's hilarious. So, you know, when you jump down a cliff, like I cannot even do it, I don't even want to do it, so I keep floating. But yeah, the moment I, in a game, go over a hill and I go over a cliff or into a cliff, I have that feeling in my stomach. In a game, and my wife thinks that's hilarious. I even asked her, you don't have that? And she said, no, I don't have that. And yeah. But maybe it's not that crazy because, you know, there's also, for example, I forgot what it's called. I'm pretty sure that C will probably know it is. I think it's called thalassophobia, right? In Subnautica. There's people that, for example, really get uncomfortable with the depth of the ocean in Subnautica and stuff. Because they're floating in water and stuff like that. I think it's called thalassophobia. And there's people, for example, that have arachnophobia that couldn't do certain... Back in the day when I played World of Warcraft, they couldn't do certain spider bosses. And they had to sit out the raid. They couldn't do it. And so maybe I'm not that crazy after all. Maybe my wife is crazy. So, okay. So I think it's probably a better shot here for us to use the outside lamp. And I can place this. Should I really... See, if I put it this way, then we see the light bulb itself, kinda. But if I put it to the wall, then we might see the color on the wall. I think. Ah, come on. Let me click this. Well, I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one that has that feeling. Oh, Sadak, that's okay. You were taking a call. Sadak, have you ever taken a call on an analog phone? We have one of those rotary dial phones back in the day. Remember those ones? It's funny with my daughter because when you show it to her, she has no clue what it is. Well, like a cassette player. Well, you started the whole conversation there. That. The rotary dial phone. Or the big mobile phones. Yeah. Did you ever hit the side of a TV to get the reception back? Where you really had to hit really hard on the side of that big box to get the reception back? Oh, he knows. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, vinyl record. Well, cassettes are also making their comeback, from what I understand. Have been for a couple of years already. A lot of people like mixtapes on cassette again. I used to make mixtapes. Drove all my friends crazy with them. Maybe there's a glitch and I can actually put that here and the game will let me spin right through it. No, it won't. Okay. I don't know how visible this is going to be, to be honest. This is just a little... It's just a little thing, you know, see this? I don't think this is going to be visible. But what if I put it further away? I mean... What if I do it like this? We probably see the light before we see this lamppost itself. At least that's my hope. Alright, so, okay. Well, we won't see anything. Well, we'll see something. I don't know. Wait, Shock and Awe, is he also Generation X? No, can't be, right? I mean, what are the odds of me having four viewers that are 50s? Well, 3 viewers on myself. Is Shock and Awe also Generation X? The best generation, of course. Because we had the 80s. Oh, that's funny. Well, I really don't want to alienate Sadak. But, yeah. Well, it's funny because every generation says they're the best generation. Except the millennials. There's no way that the millennials will ever say they're the best generation. I mean, but I don't know. Well, let's be reasonable. The generation before the Generation X was also pretty cool, right? Good music, 60s and the 70s. Good movies, 60s and the 70s, you know, Star Trek, good movies. You know. So I can't really speak too ill about I don't even know what they were called. Are they the baby boomers? No, they're not the baby boomers, right? What's the generation before X? And no, it's not W. It's not Generation W. But that's not a bad... there's a lot of stuff. But then again, you know, also part is that we're just quote-unquote old. So all the new stuff for us doesn't do much, right? I'm not a big fan of modern day music, to be honest. You know, I don't want to say any names, otherwise I'll lose half my subscribers again. Was it before us? Was it Baby Boomers? Yeah, it was, right? Was it? Or was it right before us? Before that? Baby Boomers? Might have been the Baby Boomers, yeah. I was gonna say, you know, back in our generation, you know, we had status symbols like Bo Derek and stuff like that, and Cindy Crawford, stuff like that. And I was gonna say, nowadays they have Salma Hayek and Jennifer Lopez, but that is completely wrong too, because I mean Salma Hayek is already 50 or something, it's 40 or something. I think Salma Hayek is actually probably Generation X2, maybe, or maybe Generation Millennial. Why? But yeah, we had Bo Derek. And that was shocking. Remember Bo Derek? I mean, how could you forget? That was shocking when you grew up. That was wild. With Dudley Moore and stuff like that. And we have the good Willy Wonka. You know? We have the good Willy Wonka. We don't have the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka. We have the good one. With Gene Wilder. Yeah, I mean, I actually had a poster of Cindy Crawford. I was gonna say I'm not embarrassed to admit it, but I am. I had a poster of Cindy Crawford when I grew up. You know? And I forgot the name of the actress that played in Weird Science. Crap. She also was in the video clip for Lady in Red, right? From Chris de Burgh, the song Lady in Red. Oh my god, I can't remember. But yeah. Kelly LeBrock. Yeah, Kelly LeBrock. Thanks, Red Eye. I mean, Weird Science, I mean, that was hot. You know, Bo Derek and Tan and stuff. I mean, that was... And it wasn't even clean. It wasn't even nudity. It was just clean. It was just a woman walking around in a bathing suit. I admit it was not a normal woman, but that's what we grew up with. You know, I grew up with the Commodore 64. I mean, I grew up with that kind of stuff. Atari, Commodore 64. And I remember when my parents bought the first personal computer, and that was major. And dial-up. But yeah, okay. None of that is around anymore. Emmanuel. Yeah, Emmanuel. We didn't have it on Cinemax. We had it on in Europe. They had a channel called RTL Plus, and that they were kind of showing those type of movies. And Emmanuel had like 7 or 8, or probably more movies. Yeah, if you're talking about that, Emmanuel, that's pretty naughty there, by the way. Okay. Oh, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. Let's see the lights. Or is it already over? No, it's getting dark. Right? It's too high up, I think. And this is too far. Okay, let's see. I don't think we're gonna see anything. Accuracy Brinkley, yeah. It's funny because for whatever reason YouTube is suggesting videos from Anne Margaret to me. And I think that's actually the generation before us. She was, well, we used to term them as sex bombs. But very likely that is now not an acceptable term anymore. But she, I think, was the generation before us, Anne Margaret. I don't know why YouTube is suggesting to me, because I don't watch any of that content on YouTube, as you very well know. So I think this is the episode with the most meteor attacks, by the way, just a side note here. Alright, what I wanted to do is floor 3. We gotta put a whole bunch of incubators down. Not that we really need them, but it looks awesome. So we need all 3 box. Okay. Let's do... Oh, we can actually... Probably 5 at once. 46. Saw some oxygen in here. Oxygen. I kind of feel that we're pushing Sadak out of the conversation here. So we have to go back to the year 2000. Because Sadak is probably thinking, who the hell is Bo Derek? Oh, he knows Olivia Newton-John. Well, maybe from Greece. Not from the video clip for Let's Get Physical. That's where I know her from. Okay, this is kind of weird because I don't have oxygen here. I must have it in the other room. Oxygen, okay. We want to make 5 or 6. Okay, so let's get some super alloys then. And it's really time to do some experimentation, I think. I think we're ready for that emotionally right now. After all the alien talk here. Okay, floor 3. Yeah, with the monster manual, AD&D. I bought it. I played, I think, 2 times a game, and I never did it again. I sometimes actually watch that channel on, I think it's Twitch, where they mostly are. They have a YouTube channel too. I forgot what they're called. Their channel is named after the AD&D term. That's too funny, Sadak. Okay. So we have some actually incubators here. So we don't want to put it. I can put it in this one then. I can take these away. Yeah, I'll take these away. Give me that. Well, I mean, we always talk about how great the 80s were, but it's mostly nostalgia. I'm glad. I think that Sadak is really glad that he never had to deal with dial-up, where you, for example, CompuServe with dial-up, and the speed of downloading. So that's something that we probably don't want to go back to. The music is another story, but dial-up is, oh god, the noises. Well, do we really want? Nah, I don't want. Eight incubators is enough. Okay. So what do I need up here? Okay, I'm gonna move all the stuff here. So I might actually make some space for storage if we have space left. Yeah. Okay. What if I put these here? Can I do that? So we make a little storage area. See, I don't see the point of building 10 of these things, to be honest. Yeah, here. Get this back. Thank you. And then we can put some storage here with all the fish eggs. Let's see. Fish eggs, frog eggs, and larvae. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna let the drones do all the hauling. Of course. Yeah, I don't think you even have phone books in the public phone booths anymore, do you? Or the yellow pages. Remember? You used to have this phone book that was kind of attached to the phone booth. I don't think that exists anymore. It's kind of difficult to place the storage right now, so this is at least the third or fourth time, right? This is just crazy. I haven't been streaming for 48 hours or something. Look at this. I find it very interesting that they only come from one direction, by the way. Interesting. Which reminds me, I still don't have a compass. I'm a diehard. I don't have a compass. Oh yeah, the arcades. With Outrun. I remember when Outrun hit the market with the moving car. And then you had that flight simulator. I forgot the name of it. And that whole box moved. And everybody was standing around looking at Outrun. Yeah. I always used to play Double Dragon on the arcade with a friend. Double Dragon. But yeah, I remember when Outrun came, which very likely in Holland was probably years after it was released in the United States. And everyone was standing around, and the car moved when you steered, and oh yeah, that was something. That was so awesome. Also because after that I got involved on the Commodore 64, And those games were always ported to the Commodore 64, so yeah, I still know the music for Outrun. Know it kind of by heart, so I played a lot of games on Commodore 64 and stuff. Okay. Storage. We have to move our alien specimens over here. Alright. So first, fish eggs. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to do those 4. And those 3. Now the drones are going to go to the lakes and pick them up. Why do I always type frog? Is frog with 2? No, frog is with 1 G, right? I constantly type frog with 2 G's. Frog, like the classic game Frogger. Back from the 80s. Anyways, frog eggs. Yeah, there's really not much you can do with frog eggs, which is really strange, because we purchased the other ones, but I cannot select them here. So I might do... I can't pull anything here either way. The generic ones you can't do either. Again, 1G. Alright. That's not a light off. Ah, okay. So you're saying it that's because of the big planet. That is a valid explanation. I will accept that. So that mystery has officially been solved. It's because of the gravity of the big planet. We assume this is a planet. Otherwise, this might be a moon that is bigger than our planet. Could be. I don't know. Just out of spite, we're gonna name this one Pluto. Just out of spite. To rub it in. Fruit. Okay. Look at all the mess that's... Jesus. Okay, frog eggs. Here we go again. Yeah, see, this kind of strange. They really need to update that. Generic frog eggs you can't move either, so... Is the Nintendo really 80s? Was it the Nintendo later than that? Is it the Nintendo almost like a generation after us? I never had one, so I only knew the, what was it, the ZX and the Atari and the Commodore. I never had a Nintendo. I think Nintendo might have been in the early 90s, no? Was it 80s, really? Oh. Oh yeah, in the 80s with the... No, it was actually the early 90s with all the anime shows, right? Because that's also the whole thing. Pokemon, wasn't Pokemon 1994? But you had the anime shows like Sailor Moon and Ghost in the Shell and Akira, the classic movie. Okay, let's go up. Let's see how this is going. Oh, the drone's doing the job. Oh wow, holy crap. And see, it's not picking up that one. That blue one. We don't have that option. Okay, so I can probably demolish some of those. Yeah, okay. Here we go again. Where's it at? Memory of a goldfish. Oh wow, that's still a lot of eggs. Yeah, it doesn't pick these up, so... Oh, these should be picked up though. No? Should I make another storage for those? Oh, really? Yeah, Cowboy Bebop. Oh, that sounds great, Shokana. She let you buy a beast of a computer. Yeah, now you have Giganet, Gigabyte or whatever. We have Gigabyte over here with the cable. So no more phone dial-up, and after that you have DSL, ADSL. And now, I think Gigabyte is already outdated, but yeah. So this is not full, but the other one seems... Yeah, I really don't need that many fish eggs though. I mean, it's really cool, and I really don't need them. Is that another meteor attack again? I just don't even notice anymore. It's just non-stop here. Alright, so we want lava in here. Lava. And then the bee larvae here. Am I forgetting some kind of butterfly larvae, right? Butterfly, yeah. Okay, butterfly larvae. Hey. This is not right. This is not right. This got moved because of the storm. I blame this. No. I blame the storm. Totally unacceptable. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, our Area 51 is coming along real nice. So we also want those up there. Great. Oh wait, is this little... No, it's supplying. This should be... Wow. That was stupid. And this was even more stupid. We have so many bees now. This should not be an issue though. Because now I have to shred a whole bunch. Shred life. Okay, let's go back up. So I think our Area 51 is coming along real nice. Should I do the fight? Maybe do the... no, I can probably build more here, so... And seeds. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. Well, these are the different ones. Yeah, we have plenty of those, so I can just shred those. Get the shredders in the kitchen. Let's remember that. Besides, they will all fill up. Okay. Looks really nice, doesn't it? I mean, green outside the window, beautiful scenery. As long as there's no meteors that are crashing on the window the whole time, but... yeah, I don't think it's too bad. This is still a pretty dead zone here, but... how are the drones doing anyways? Well, they keep busy. Now, I'm not really good at math, but... if you add those numbers up, I get 150. Right? Am I missing something here? This is more like 150 than 145, but I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, 150. I only have 145 drones. So maybe we have 5 ghost drones, which is awesome. So, there we go. I mean... people see more drones than really are registered with the official government here, so... it begs the question, right? Are there really are drones? Or is somebody tapping into our resources from a different planet, right? I'm just saying. You can't just dismiss this. "13th floor. It's just entertaining for the people that might possibly watch my stream afterwards, because they have no clue what's going on with our conversations. Because it's a recurring theme in all the streams, kinda. So they're like, this is just a bunch of crazies here. Let's go check it again. I just find it way too coincidental, this. I cannot scroll anywhere. There's no idols. And it does add up to 150. So we have 5 ghost drones. Are drones of which the existence is being denied. They're not officially registered, so yeah. On a serious note, how is this going? We need some of this actually up there. Oh, I was about to say these are empty. That would be really cool, but they are not. Let's Let's go to the kitchen. Which also reminds me, I wonder if that uranium storage locker is now empty. Because we did see some drone activity early in the beginning of the stream. So it might be empty actually. So let's double check on that. Nope. Priority 5. Some were picked up because it was all the way down to here, if I remember correctly. So some were picked up. Now I will just put priority 1. Let's do priority 1. Let's delete this. Let's set this up again. This is like a dead zone. This is a really mysterious area. We have established that after the experiment that was proposed by Red Eye. So this is a really mysterious area here. There's also the ore extractors that are able to pull the uranium from below, actually. The drones did not work properly with them either, so... But frankly, it's good to see that some things aren't working perfectly, because otherwise I get suspicious. I get a little bit paranoid, because every game should have a glitch, or 2, or 3. Yeah, it's will make life a lot easier. We're gonna go to the ancient city. We're gonna get involved in an activity called butterfly catching. And yeah, the moment I land here, you guys might not see this, but on my end, this is really choppy. It never used to be. The volcanic area used to be choppy, but no. Every time I get here now, it's... Oh, there we go. Blue one. It's really choppy. It's so choppy that I worry about falling off. I'll probably have to pick these up, otherwise they don't spawn other ones, right? I need a little shredder here. Whoa, yeah, this is so choppy for me. Another blue one. Well, I know the golden one can spawn here too. And I thought there was another one, but I haven't seen that one yet. I thought it was like another one that spawns here. I don't stay here too long, it's just... Whoa. Aha, is that a golden one? Hey! I got one. Ah, there it is. There's the pink one. See? So get the golden one, the blue one, and the pink one. The pinkish one. So that's good. Is that another meteor attack? No. No way. That's just a sandstorm, I think. Ah, look at that. What the timing was just right. Hey, hey. Oh, we don't see it anymore. Ah, it's just a sandstorm. How are we doing, actually? Yeah, this is not as fast as it possibly could go, of course, but... 7%. Wait until we start experimenting. Those numbers will crank up. This should be picked up if it's set up that way. Let's double check. Yeah, it's 150. I wonder if there's really 150 drones or if something else is going on. But it's definitely 150 right there. Okay, so this area is clean. I need one more box actually. Yeah, look how full this all is. Damn. Let's put this back. Yeah, I probably want to demolish those because we're crafting those actually. These are the ones I can still pick up. They're more special. Was it a venomous spider? Okay. So let's get that phytoplankton set up on top. Okay, yeah, I think we have got those here. Unless it's a black widow, I usually leave them alone. But yeah, that's just me. Okay. No, I don't want to pull before I set that up a supply, because otherwise it's going to be a mess again. I made that mistake before. First we set these up a supply. Because otherwise it will pull all the stuff from the wildlife collectors first. And then you have these leftovers here and it's just a pain in the butt. Yeah, I don't know what they're called actually. We have the translucent green brownish ones. Well, they are green, brown, yellowish actually. Okay, now so I can set this up for demand. And hopefully it doesn't pull all the stuff from the wildlife collectors. Looks like they're going up and down. Look at this. So that should be good. We have one more box available. Yeah, most spiders don't do anything. You just keep them around. They're good for the bugs. Even the nasty looking roly-poly spiders. At least that's what they call them over here. You probably know those. See, the roly-poly spider. They look nasty. Like a radish with like a yellow abdomen or something. So this goes pretty fast. Cool. This is not being picked up yet. Unless I didn't. Okay. I did do that. How many credits do we have? Oh, 57,000. Well, I don't think there's anything I miss anymore, is there? Let's see. Is there anything we miss? I have all the blueprints. Should I get some more of these trees, I guess? All these fish. Oh, that's actually too expensive. Okay. I always think it says Kellogg. Kellogg cornflakes. But it doesn't. So... yeah, this is filling out real nice here. See, that's why I kind of wanted at the water level. It kind of looks, I think, better this way. Looks really nice. I'll put some more fish here, and on the shore I can put some butterflies and maybe some more frogs and some vegetation. But yeah, it looks pretty decent so far. Alright, well, it's the time again. I'm gonna leave it here. Well, we're still making progress, so it's good. The base is starting to look really nice. I'll probably will put some lights on the side tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But if you got any ideas, just let me know. Just post them in Discord or post a comment or whatever. And I thank you guys all for watching again. And the interesting chats. We had some interesting conversations about the 80s and Willie Nelson and Ice-T and Coco. So, thanks again, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Or good morning, wherever you are.